Welcome to OreoOlive.com. You know, Oreo and olives don't mix, but the abstract thought of putting those two words together has enlightened me to create a channel to discuss various topics. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about there are good men out there. There are good men out there, ladies. And the question is, are you paying attention? And that's what I want to get into on today's episode. But what I want to make sure that we understand as we're looking through this video is I want us to be able to get to the point where we're able to overlook the preconceived notions, the unrealistic expectations, or distractions that may keep you from getting into a relationship, a long lasting relationship that can possibly lead into a marriage with somebody at some point down the line. So, as I go over the information today, I want you to look at it from the viewpoint of having open eyes and your ears are open. You're able to get the information and take it and actually do something with it to find a constructive value in it. Now, many of you women, a lot of times, and I want you to think about it from the public perspective. Just think about you going out to hang out with your homegirls, or you're going out to the store, or you're going out to the gym, or you're going out somewhere outside of your house into a public domain. You have to, all of you have to agree that the point that you do walk past men throughout the week, throughout the day, if not every day, if you're out going to work. But ladies, you walk past hardworking, respectful, caring men every single day. Whether you're at the gas station, you're at the store pumping gas, as I said, you're at the gym, and even in the workplace. Now, what I like to focus on is the majority, okay? The majority of the men that you will see and come in contact with, hardworking and respectful and caring men. I'm not going to focus on the men who do not meet that particular standard. Okay. I'm talking about people who are actively contributing to society. They're actually going to work. Those are the people that I'm talking about for the majority. So as we go through this, keep that in mind as well. So before you tap into the comments, I want you to understand that the men may not always be flashy. They're not going to always be boastful about what they do for their career. And they're going to most definitely show you consistency. They're going to show you excellent character. They're going to show you reliability, which are excellent qualities to build strong relationships. Now, I bring this up a lot because I want you all to be able, ladies, to get to the point where you're able to get with someone where you all can build a family and a foundation together. That means I would like to see a woman out there get with a man so that you all will be able to have children, you all will be able to build your home, and you're able to move forward in your life together. Because what happens and what we see so much on social media today, as we go across like our devices, we're on our tablets and we're looking at the unrealistic standards that we're seeing online through social media platforms. And I'm saying all social media platforms. So whatever that you're using out there, you have to understand that those unrealistic standards compared to true compatibility, you have to figure out where do you want to stand and sit within that. And when you look at that, you have to understand that social media and entertainment, as what it truly is, have really warped the relationship expectations that people want to have in relationships. And this could lead a lot of women to wanting to find the perfect man instead of the right man. And I want you to understand that the social media and entertainment is going to lead you down a warped relationship full of expectations because it's going to lead some of you, most of you, to seek the perfect man instead of the right man. And you have to be able to differentiate the two because not everybody is going to run into that high income earning man, as what we see so much online. Now, what does that do to our mind? It gets our minds to the perspective of, by opening up your mind does not mean that you're lowering your expectations at all. That is showing you that you have the maturity to reevaluate to see who aligns with your values and not just your fantasy. So you have to be able to exist in the world, you have to be able to go out here and look at it from a realistic standpoint. You're not going to go out here every day and see a high net worth earning man, but you're going to see average men that are going to be working. That's going to have a salary. They may have a 401k. They may have a Roth IRA. They may have something along that line. But we have to also understand, ladies, as well, that many of you will always ask, where are the good men? And I got something that I definitely want you to most definitely understand. Who is auditing how women treat good men? Because we don't see many of those videos on YouTube. A lot of those we don't see because people don't necessarily want to talk about the good side. They always want to focus on the bad, the negative, the abusive relationships, and things like that. But I want to definitely change that perspective. Where this video reaches one person or 100,000 people, I want people to be able to see it from a different perspective because ladies, you have to truly understand that the power of feminine energy and awareness is that's going to be embedded in the woman who's going to carry herself a positive way. She's going to have self-respect. She's going to have a level of discernment, and she's going to start to notice the good men instead of the perfect man more often. And she is also going to ensure that those men have always been around here all this time. Think about this for a second. Think about, ladies, when you go into a grocery store and say you're so used to seeing the same gentleman in there that may have tried to talk to you, but you didn't want to talk to him because they was probably stocking, fruits and vegetables on the shelf and things like that. But when you really think about it and you become mature about it, you begin to understand that, you know what, this man he's working, definitely probably has his own place, and he is working not only very hard, but he carries himself a specific way. And because you are so much in your element of the perfect man, you may be missing out on a good man. And this man may be in church every Sunday. I mean, you just never know who you will run into, because we tend to take people who are in the service industry and we tend to try to destroy them in that manner. We tend to try to destroy them in a way that they're not worth your time. And you're missing out on people who you could actually go out there and actually be with. But ladies, that feminine energy and awareness is what turns a man on. Because I'm guarantee you that if you notice him and you exert that energy, he's most definitely going to notice you. These men have always been here. They're always out here. You just have passed them by. And if it's not you ladies in particularly, it could be one of your homegirls there who have told you about a guy to try to talk to her in the store. But men are going to seek the opportunity that's going to be present within their particular space that they're in. Think about it. I made the analogy and the example of the woman being in the store seeing the guy who's bagging groceries. But if you flip that and you saw the guy who was coming in, like ladies, and he saw you bagging groceries or stocking fruit or whatever, if you are attracted to him and you are exerting that feminine energy, he's going to most definitely try and talk with you. I want you to keep that in mind because this can go both ways, but I particularly want to focus on the good and better outcome for the women to be able to find the hardworking, respectful, and caring men that are out there amongst us. Now, the shift of this whole thing can go a couple of different ways, but I want you all to be able to take this time to reflect back and shift your perspective and stop looking for perfection. There's not a single man that you're going to be with that is going to be perfect. There are going to be flaws. There are going to be things that are going to have to be straightened out. But people may not realize that until they get with someone and that new person that they're with is able to pull things out of them and their ways may begin to change because you are supposed to mature. You're not supposed to be the same person that you were in high school. You're not supposed to be the same person that you were in college. But when you change, you should be changing for the better and not for the worse. That means you should be able to move up. You should be able to better yourself, fellas. Ladies, you should be able to better yourself. We should be able to look better. We should be able to think outside of the box and start seeing value. we should start seeing the effort and the integrity that people are going to have within them in order to be able to move forward. Now, ladies, if you expect a good man, I want to ask you, are you showing up as a good woman? Because it cannot just be all the blame on one party. That is where we are messing up in these relationships. Because, ladies, the expectations that you have, you're putting them and want that man to be so perfect, but then you don't want to better yourself on the other side. So let me make sure that you understand that if you expect a perfect man, you're going to have to be a perfect woman. If you're going to expect a good man, which I prefer, it's going to be more of the good man than it is the perfect man. But ladies, if you're going to expect a good man, are you showing up as a good woman mentally, physically, spiritually, and all of the above? It has to go across the table. We have to be the best versions of ourselves. We have to motivate each other to want more, because a man of value will recognize a woman of value. This has to equal that. We have to figure out how we can make it to that point. Now, if you don't take anything else from this video, I definitely want you all to know that the man that you are looking for might just be right in front of you. And all I'm asking you to do is open up your eyes and see him. So, most definitely, ladies, fellas, put the comments below, like, listen, and subscribe. OrioOlive.com. Look forward to bringing more content to you also.